Hi Dilip, hi Neetu, hi Smita. So excited to have you guys here today and talk about your brand Jolger. So Dilip, you mentioned that there were certain gaps in the Indian activewear that you were trying to bridge, right? You all three coming from the sports background, you wanted to bridge certain gaps. Let's start with that. What were those gaps and what were you trying to achieve?
Okay, I'll start with my story. See, during my college school days, okay, so I used to play for my school cricket team. Okay, so those days, no, whatever was given to us, we had to accept. Okay, we never had a choice. Okay, so I want this, I want that. No, they will give the apparel, we have to wear it and play. Okay, so always this because basically I'm from a very humid place. Okay, where we used to sweat a lot. Okay, the sun will be really hot. Okay, so always the discomfort was there because of the apparel. Okay, so that time only, I back of the mind, I always wanted to have something really good, great product. Okay, because I used to read those days Sports Star, there was a magazine I used to read. I you see a lot of apparel ads in this, so that aspirational urge was there. Okay, so then during my initial years of my career, okay, so to be very frank, I used to go to factory outlet stores and buy those big brands product. Okay, or these brands, they offer some discount, I have to wait for that opportunity to go and buy. But only thing was that I had to like get satisfied with what they keep there. I never had a choice. Okay, I want this, I want that. No.
Size and
Okay,
color.
so color,
Yeah.
everything was so, because since it is in offer, okay, whatever is there, we have to
Available. Correct.
available. So see, back of my mind, always this was there. Okay, can we create a brand which can give all these quality, comfort, international standard, everything, and at the same time make it affordable, accessible to customers like me.
Common
So
people.
yeah, common. So that was the major trigger for me to like for us to start Jolgar.
For
Okay.
you, but we'll come to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, okay.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was a trigger for
yeah, that
you.
was a trigger for
Great.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very thoughtful. How about you, Smita?
Yeah, so even I have a similar story that is from a girl's point of view.
Hmm.
So, like, when we joined the school basketball team, so the first day the coach says that get t-shirt and shorts tomorrow and come. So we
Okay.
go to the shop. So there is only men's t-shirt and men's shorts.
God.
So you put them, and the sleeves are somewhere here, and your shorts is like somewhere here, and the t-shirt has already come till here. So
And the colors, my
and
God.
yeah, and you have the men's color, right?
Right,
You're not
yeah.
having a feminine color.
Hmm.
So that was very difficult actually to, in a basketball to play, to jump. And then when we go for the matches, now you
Hmm.
have a jersey that comes, which is even more, very difficult to um, run. You sweat and it holds everything and
The
gets
quality is not good, that's what
yeah,
you're
it's
saying.
little plasticky, and so and then it keeps huddling to your thighs, and then you wear
With
a
the
skirt.
sweat.
Yeah,
Huh.
then now you put a skirt over it because you're very
And
and
as young girls, I think you tend to get more conscious also,
conscious,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So and then fast forward when you're going to the gym today also, like, if you don't have a right attire, then you
Hmm.
still feel very demotivated and you feel
Conscious
conscious.
also, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then what happened?
Then is what we thought, like when he said this idea, then I was like in. There was no second thought.
Wow. Very thoughtful, actually. That's what I was trying to think. You're trying, you battled and you now want to solve that one problem, right? So it's really good. And also, you're trying to make it more for common people rather than keeping it a very premium brand,
Premium
right? Yeah.
price.
How about you, Nitu?
Yes. So usually the practice sections was usually in our uniforms. Okay. But when it comes to the sports day, so we used to get our jerseys. So the jerseys, it was like not at all breathable. So it was like in that hot, humid climate. So already it was like half day. So at the peak hours. Okay.
You're saying the
And
fabric was really bad.
very bad. Kind of like the heat used to get trapped
Trapped
inside,
inside.
and the fabric was not sweat wicking. So what happened is like you sweat inside, but it doesn't evaporate. So not at all breathable. So I wanted to, like, when I was like when thought thinking about the brand, like I wanted to like address to this point basically. So the fabric has to be very much breathable according to our Indian climate. So and the fit or the
Body type
body
also,
type
right?
also. Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So all three you are from the sports background.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main reason.
Yeah.
So see, like during my school and college days, okay. So I will not say I'm a very great performer, but I used to participate in all sports and athletic events. Okay, whether I win or not, I just used to go and like enroll and just
Spirit is
participate.
there.
Yeah, spirit was there. Okay.
No, those days only, students are studious. And the whole
Yeah.
playground is there for you. You can try any game.
So
True,
badminton,
true.
football, cricket, running, everything I
So you were
used to.
jack of all trades. Then
Yeah, so
definitely you need a good
yeah, so
activewear,
that
no?
sports DNA is there in my.
That's great. So, Jolger, I'm sure it's you're trying to establish it, you're trying to take it places. So, each of you as a founder bring different skills to the table, right? So, let's start with you, Smitha. What's your role in Jolger?
Okay. So in Jolgar, I do the marketing, I do the content, and kind of do everything
Everything.
around.
Chief everything officer.
Yeah, around, setting up things, bringing everyone together and things
Hmm.
like that.
And you have some background in that?
Yeah, I have a decade of experience with a real estate
Mm-hmm.
company. So I used to work with the global brands.
Wow, that's a good transition. Great. How about you, Dilip?
Like
What do you do? कुछ करते हैं?
everything. Okay.
Everything.
So yeah.
अच्छा.
So I have to pack. Okay.
Oh,
Sometimes I have
seriously?
to clean.
Oh my
Okay. I have to
God.
carry carton boxes.
अच्छा.
I have to travel. I have to source. So
हाँ.
it's, no, in startup we
Of
have to
course,
do
yes.
everything. It's not that okay, you have one role. Okay, you can do only that role,
True,
or
true, true.
you should only no. It's we are okay. Other than designing, I think most of the thing I have to put my
Even preparing tea.
yeah, and in sometimes I prepare tea in house.
I used to work in startups, and people used to ask me what do you do. I said I wear different hats every single day. And
Yeah,
and like you
yeah,
said, even if it is required to mop the floor,
Yeah,
even you
yes,
yeah.
should be willing to
yeah,
Yes,
do
yes,
that,
yes.
right? And मुझे लगता है in startups, what is like, okay, this is not my job, this is not my duty. That concept doesn't work for anybody, not
Yeah,
only
yeah.
as founders, even for employees, right? You do it whatever it takes. It's literally as simple
yeah.
as
See,
that.
when we opened our new store in Koramangala, we were all cleaning the floor. Everybody were there cleaning, dusting. Okay, so we
Isn't
have
it?
to do
We
everything.
have to
Okay,
do,
so,
yeah, correct,
it's like as you
exactly.
said, no, it's our baby. We have to do each and everything to bring it to the next level.
That's
Okay.
the founder's spirit.
Yeah, and
Right.
my background, okay, earlier also I used to do a business. I was running a software company which I exited maybe around 6, 7 years back.
Okay. That's also a good transition. I'm so
Yeah,
glad you started
yes.
Jolgar. I'm sure a lot of, especially the women, will be so happy because of
Yeah,
the
yes,
the
yes.
product quality and the features that you bring. We'll talk them about those in a bit. But Neetu, your what is that you are bringing into
Yes,
Jolgar?
I think so. I am the only co-founder from apparel background. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So okay.
So we
So
have to keep her.
I know. Don't let her go.
yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
Not chief everything officer.
Yeah,
She
she
actually
is.
does something profound. I would
Nothing
like
like
to
that.
hear about
Nothing
that.
like that. So it's like I am from an like designing background,
Mhm.
and I carry almost like more than a decade of experience in the apparel
Wow.
field. And I think so. My first role. So I was as a designer at a French buying house. So there I could know what premium quality means. Okay, so we had very premium European brands there. So where I could work with many premium European brands,
International brands.
international
Oh,
premium brands.
wow.
Yeah. Then the next role, my second role was with an activewear brand. So actually, I found that was my passion. Okay, so I could work with many global tournaments like, for example, Wimbledon or the Paris Masters or the US Open. So
Wow.
I think I learned about the technicality of the fabric or the technicality of the product and how a product can actually enhance enhance a player or enhance the performance of a player. Yes. So I think both of this experience of like the premiumness and the performance actually is what
You
we
are bringing
created.
to
Yeah,
Jolgar. It's
Jalka.
very impressive, Neetu.
Yeah.
I mean, you actually have such a rich background in this, and I'm sure what you bring to Jolger is the amalgamation of whatever you have learned in
Yes.
more than decade of your experience, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing, truly amazing.
And we always fight, okay, because she says, okay, in this design, this has to be there, this the fabric has to be like this.
I'm
this.
sure Dilip is the fighter
Yeah.
kind of co-founder, right?
Yes,
Nay,
yes.
nay, I want it this way.
Yeah.
Why this is happening?
That's very true.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I can see that. He's always like, nay, nay, ऐसे क्यों करना है? And I'm sure she's the
And
quietest one.
Yeah, and he will find a way so that I explain him like why I'm keeping it. So till I tell that point, he will not leave me.
He's a troublemaker. But I think that also what keeps the
Yeah,
brand
adds-
going,
Yeah.
because somebody has to be there to question you.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this, right? Sometimes that reinforcement is required, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
Am I on the right track? Am I taking Jolger in the right direction?
Yeah.
What actual our vision was, right?
Yes.
Sometimes I think market dynamics की वजह से it's very easy to get digress, right?
Yeah.
अच्छा, market में this is required, this is cheaper. Let's just digress to that. But I'm sure you are sticking to your philosophy of, helping to move better, right?
Yeah.
So let's just talk a little bit about that. When you say helping to move better,
Yeah.
maybe we'll start with you, Neetu, this time.
Yeah. I think moving better. It's
Hmm.
not like whether your leggings can survive a squat or lunges. Okay.
Okay.
So for me, it's something very simple.
Hmm.
For example, your clothes actually should not fight with you when you're trying to move.
Work against your skin,
Skin
or
or
movement.
movement. Okay, it should
Hmm.
not restrict your movement.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So basically, like when you're running, you should not be adjusting your waistband, or when you're at gym, you should not be trying to pull the t-shirt down like without like you should not be feeling uncomfortable, or just wondering like whether my leggings are transparent. So all those
And
minute
also the
things.
sticking, no?
Yes,
Fabric
stickiness.
sticks to your skin
Yes,
when
yes,
it is
yes.
sweating,
Yeah.
or when you rub against that
Yes,
causes the
chafing.
rashes.
Yes, yes.
Right? Yeah.
So all
okay.
this should not happen when you say that it's move better. Okay.
Okay.
And because honestly, like speaking, like when you're working out, you're doing something very hard already.
Of course.
And
yes.
your activewear should not do that to you. It should not add to
It
it.
should be kinder to
yes,
you.
yes. So for me, moving better means you should feel natural and confident and comfortable in whatever you're doing. Okay. So it need not be something which is very intense. Okay. So it can be you're going for a morning walk, or it can be you're going for a travel, or you're doing a sport, or you're running behind your child around the house,
Or the dog.
or the dog, or even a full marathon. So moving better means all these criteria has to be met by the activewear or the product what you are wearing. Okay. So I think that is what we are trying to create at Jolger. Okay. So an activewear or a
I
product.
want to add a point. See, movement. Okay. See, movement. Okay. Only two factors can decide on movement. Okay. One is the person who is moving. Okay. Most of the control is with him. Okay. How he moves. Okay. So, right posture, right movement, right steps. The second thing is his apparel.
Yeah.
Okay. Whether his apparel is restricting the movement or helping the movement.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that is where we are making all the apparels should help people to move better.
Move better. And
So
feel
that is-
natural.
feel natural. That is the
Yeah.
whole idea of, that is the philosophy of Jolger.
Jolger.
Yeah.
How's that? What is that you're doing? Like, I'm
Okay.
sure that you found some gap in international markets and international brands.
Yeah.
They were not doing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you found some gap, and
Yeah.
that's where you decided, okay, we are going to do that, right? What exactly are those points that you're trying to address when you say move better, or when you say that, we wanted to provide something different, which is not currently existing in the markets? What points exactly are those?
Okay. I think majorly one is the fit. Okay. Fit of a
Okay.
product. Okay.
Hmm.
So most global brands, they actually make apparels or the products according to the global sizes. For example, North America, or they take the sizes from North America or Europe or East
Asian
Asia.
fit,
Yeah,
yeah.
Asian fit. Yeah. So the sizes are
Acha,
actually
okay.
according to that global market.
So they
Okay.
are comparatively bigger built
Bigger size. Okay.
than
So because the Indian
So Indian market is small.
Yeah.
So they look at the larger market.
larger market.
Indian markets, Indian people, you're saying.
No, Indian.
No, for global brands,
Global
Indian
brands.
market is
Acha,
not
small
such
for
a
them.
big,
okay.
yeah, big market to like
Got
specifically
it.
designed for Indian fit.
Got it.
And that make commercial sense also for them. Like creating for India is actually creating a separate spec or the fit or the design for India. Actually, it becomes very expensive and complicated for them.
Okay.
So they usually what they do is they take the global standard sizes and they scale up or scale down for smaller countries or smaller markets like this. But basically, the Indian body proportion is completely different from them.
Totally.
Yes,
Correct. I
the
agree.
torso length is different. For example, the hip and waist like proportions are different.
And also the
The
average height
height
also,
also
right?
are
Yeah.
different. So I think we wanted to create the products which actually suit the Indian fit.
And a lot of research also would
Yes,
have
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
into
yeah.
this, right?
yes.
Who did the most research?
We
I think we both.
Dilip is like, no, I'm not doing this. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
a lot of research. And what were your main like findings? Like, let's say 2, 3 findings which you found that, wow, I didn't know this.
I think men's thigh measurement.
Yeah.
So men's thigh measurement is not similar as the other
Women.
countries. Yeah,
Oh,
not the other
acha,
countries.
oh.
Men compared to men. Okay, and the chest and the waist ratio of Indian and the other countries, it's something different. And
Seriously.
the heights are completely different.
Height to actually pata
It
hota hai.
might be a few inches,
Inches.
but actually it makes difference.
It makes wear mein to it'll make a lot of
Yeah,
difference,
yeah.
right? Interesting insight, isn't it? Yeah, and who would have thought?
Yeah.
Apparently, you guys would have thought. So, a lot of startups, I'm sure every startup goes through a phase where they say it's not working out, right? Or we need to change a strategy, or we need to tweak something. I'm sure Jolgar faced that as well, right? Did it ever happen? And if it did, what kept you going?
Oh, many times.
Many
Okay, yeah, many
times.
times. So, like as you said, no, most of the startup have these phases. Okay, because we make a new plan. Okay, we execute that, and then we see, okay, it's not working. Okay, then we'll get some advice. Okay, why you do this? You do that. Okay, and then we make another plan. Then we start executing that. That is also not working. Again, keep on trying. One,
Give
two, three.
example, no, Dilip? What didn't
Uh,
work? I mean, just maybe one example.
See, for example, the first advice what we got from one of the consultant was, okay, you first start with marketplace. Okay, instead of going D2C,
Okay.
you start with marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that was a wrong advice which we got, and we realized very late. Okay, so then like this, so many setbacks comes. A lot of things we have to try and then see whether it is working or not. Okay, then we suddenly feel, okay, are we
On the
doing the
right
right
track.
track? Okay, then we suddenly start doubting our abilities. Okay, oh, are you capable of doing this? Okay,
Or is there fundamentally wrong that we are
yeah,
something
okay,
doing right? There is no market for
Okay.
this. We are zabardasti trying to do,
yeah.
right?
But
And
Yeah.
D2C market is very new.
I'll just tell you, like when we started, okay, and we were about to launch the product, our products, okay, then obviously, okay, as like I think most of us do this, okay, we count our friends, families, near ones, neighbors, then we'll make numbers. Yeah. So we counted over almost 2,000 people are there. Okay, so tomorrow we are launching, we are communicating to all these people, or all 2,000 people will come and
Come,
buy. Ah, okay,
right.
first step is done.
Done,
Okay,
correct.
and
Yeah.
then suddenly you realize, okay, so when we counted our first 2,000 customers, 75 percentage of the customers are non like people who
You
we
don't know.
don't know.
And you didn't
Okay,
rely on.
yeah, yeah, because
Okay.
so they have put lot of tremendous faith in our product. Okay, so that's the kind of support, like they don't know, okay, what Jolger is, who Jolger is, but still they put a lot of faith and they bought our products and use. Okay, so that is one thing which keeps us motivated to bring more and more products to the market so that we can make a difference. Okay, so that is what keeps us going.
I think sometimes it
And
gets so
I think,
challenging.
when we started at the COVID. So
Oh, okay.
so we could not, as we source globally, and also first COVID hit and the second lockdown hits. So ever since then, we moved in. So I think after that, we all believed that if we could survive, we
COVID.
can still
Yeah.
survive.
My God, I think such things are sometimes required to keep going, right? But I'm sure there was a stage where you said, okay, we are done, right?
So, like, see, like I believe, okay, never give up.
Never
Okay,
give up.
so
Yeah. I think
I
even team mein ek
yeah,
bhi person hai na who says, no, no, we can do it. We
yeah.
can do it.
Yes,
I think
Yeah,
So that is
one
then,
will
what.
come up
yeah,
and say,
correct,
no, let's do
exactly.
it like this.
Exactly.
sometimes if he might be low, so we give him like
So that,
Summer
see, it's
style.
like,
Sometimes
see,
I'll be down, then they both will push us. So
We all have our days, no, when we
Yeah.
feel.
yeah,
Correct,
because
correct.
morning will come with lot of energy, and evening when we go, like a balloon, na,
Big,
by
big
the end of
question
the day,
mark.
the whole gas is gone.
Yeah,
Like,
I
but
know, I know.
next day again we have to come with full energy. Otherwise, we cannot move on.
So you have to go home and just refill and try to come up with new ideas. Okay, what can we do differently, right? But I think the failures are such big teachers,
Yeah,
which
yes.
success can never be. At least we know what not to do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can also tell to a lot of new founders that, okay, these are the pitfalls that you can avoid, right? But I think best to learn from your own
Yeah,
journey,
only.
isn't it? True, true, true. But I'm so glad you guys are still here. So, Smita, the next one is for you. So, you're a chief everything officer, right? So, I'm sure you interact with a lot of customers or, trying to take feedback from everyone. So, have you ever met somebody who just made you believe that, okay, we are just not selling the brand or the cloth, this is experience that we are selling?
So now for me, it is more than selling now. I enjoy the process because around 15% of our customers, I love picking the call, talking to
Hmm.
them.
Mm-hmm.
So in gradually, what has happened is like more than we selling them the clothes, they have become the part of our, we have part of become part of their journey, and vice versa. Like when they cover a half marathon or tough man competition, they send a picture and they say like, I've completed this.
Wow.
And then recently now I finished 33 kilometers, then they send a picture. Like now you feel more and more, excited about them, and they also feel excited, so we get a lot of feedbacks. Even if you look at women, they also kind of come and tell, we are glad that this is holding. And a lot of things, like women also say like, oh, we can pull up weights. Sometimes even they come and share their experiences, how they get mood swings. And as a woman, there are so many issues, how difficult is it for her to go out. So more than selling, now we are talking about health, and in that selling happens, and it's become a very joyful moment
And
now.
I'm sure becoming a part of somebody else's journey, which is trying to do something, right? They are trying to help achieve a happy, healthy life, and you becoming a part of it, I think is such a
Yeah, that is the kick what
fulfilling.
we get
Get
actually. The real kick comes from there.
है
See,
ना?
for example, okay,
Yeah.
see, one customer called and said, "Oh, yeah, today I wore your t-shirt for 21K run, and I felt really better." Okay, so
Wow.
then we get that what do you call
kind of
adrenal,
Motivation. Yeah,
yeah,
adrenaline rush.
yeah, rush. Okay,
नहीं but
so
I think that's the best motivation you can get. आप अपने आप को तो रोज सुबह उठ के motivate करते हैं, but this coming from the some external
yeah, see,
person who has actually worn the clothes that you are making, I think this is so profound, right? And I think for women, I think for so many years, men के लिए तो चलो एक shorts पहना एक t-shirt पहना and you get going. Women's life is much more complicated, right? They need to carry the phone just in case maid calls or husband calls or the child calls. They need to carry the key. They need different pockets. They need something that is socially, they don't feel awkward. I think in that field your product range is really amazing. That was really missing.
yeah, I can share one more experience.
You're
One,
not a woman, so you should.
no, no, not related to that. Okay,
Okay.
so see, he bought our products. Okay, then he migrated to US. Then after 6 months, he came back. Okay, he came back and to buy more products. Then I asked, okay, I was discussing with. Then he said, okay, see, he took lot of products along with our product and went to US. Okay, so there they have the dryers. Okay,
Mhm.
so washing machine they have
Correct,
dryers also.
correct.
So uh, most of the other clothes got damaged, but our clothes didn't get damaged. So he wanted to buy more, and then he went.
Oh,
So these are
wow.
experiences we hear from customers, which really we feel great about it, good about
And
it.
also fulfilling also,
Yeah,
right?
fulfilling also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you wanted to achieve something.
yeah.
Okay, we
So
are
yeah,
achieving.
yeah, we
Maybe
feel yeah, we are
we are on the
achieving.
right
Yeah, on
track
the
at
right track.
least.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Of course, there's always a room for
yeah.
improvement. I'm sure you will also would
Oh
have
yeah,
thought that,
definitely. Yeah.
And one more
that's
thing is
yeah.
like you remember, like I think that was like few months back. Okay, I was
Mm-hmm.
the night I was scrolling through Instagram,
Yeah.
and suddenly one reel came, and a woman, and she finished her
21.
21K run.
Half marathon.
Yes,
Yeah.
in our shorts. Okay, and she was showing and each and every detailing which I meant for that.
Oh,
And she
acha.
was showing each and every detail, the pockets, the drawstring, the sweat wicking fabric, and what I wanted to convey, she was she was
She was
conveying.
selling your product
I got up
basically.
and I
At
thought I
12
will call
o'clock,
her.
12 o'clock,
Wow.
she's sending it to me, and it was
Yeah, and
like,
that was like,
Wow, you should make her your brand ambassador.
yeah.
yeah.
Amazing, so fulfilling. Yeah, I'm so happy that you get these feedback from the
And
customers.
sometimes they DM also. Then we talk to them. We don't know. Some customers don't like us talking to them. Some do. So
Hmm.
we love talking to them.
Yeah.
We want to serve them more.
But I think a lot of people are like this lady did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indirectly,
Yes,
they don't want to boast about it, but they really like the product and they want to
Yeah, and
tell others.
we do receive a lot of feedbacks where we went wrong also. Okay,
I'm sure.
this is missing. Okay, you should have done like this. Okay, so for example, okay, the length should have been little more.
More.
So like there are a lot of feedbacks
But
we
Ritu,
receive.
that's
Yeah.
natural process
yes,
of
yes.
evolving,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't make the best product in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Yeah.
first go.
Yeah.
So, but I'm happy that customers are feeling
Yeah.
free to
Free
give the
to. Yeah.
feedback,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Rather than just saying,
Yeah,
"Hey,
yeah.
hatao, I'm not going to buy that product again."
Yeah, and
Right?
that feedbacks we incorporated in the next
Next.
collection. So how?
But do you let them know that?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Because that's very important. Then
Yeah.
they feel
Yeah.
Yeah.
heard, right? Yeah, that's great. So, just continuing, like you have designed this brand for Indian markets, Indian people, right? I'm sure there must have been some failures, right? So, tell me about your first failure and what did it teach you? Maybe you can tell.
Uh, I think the first follow, I think,
Yeah. First
when
follow
we
for men
designed.
actually.
Yeah, for
Acha,
men.
okay.
Okay, so I think, yeah, the first follow, the first ever follow we made, not ever, the first follow we made. Okay, so on the artboard, it looked nice. Okay, the fabric was good. The fit, like the quality of the stitching, everything was good. And once the customer started wearing it, we felt something off. Okay, because the length of the sleeve and the width of the sleeve was something which was not appropriate or on proportion. Okay, so it might be a small detailing. Okay, might be a few centimeter, a few inches, not centimeter inches, not few inches. Okay, and that made a difference. And
Actually, that time was COVID was there. Okay, so we were supposed to travel to the factory. So it's outside India. So but we couldn't travel. Okay, the travel restriction was there, so we couldn't
Oh,
travel.
yeah,
so
and we couldn't
product
meet
specific.
people to
Yeah.
get it tried with them. So it was like an assumption, and we thought like it will go well. But
But I'm sure the failures teach
yes, yes,
such
of course, of
profound
course.
lessons, right?
course.
So, Dilip, you could have sourced much cheaper fabric in India, right? But you still went international markets to hunt for the same. What was about this fabric that you were not willing to compromise?
See, it's not about whether it is cheaper or expensive fabric. Okay, so it's like the fabric has to meet certain criteria. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
how it can make a movement better, how it can be made comfortable for the user. Okay, so the price is not the parameter. Okay, so see there are a lot of different ways fabrics is made. Okay, so the yarns which is used. Okay, the knitting techniques which is used, the dyeing which is there is a lot of parameters which goes behind this. Okay, then the sustainability part. Okay, so how much sustainable these fabrics are. Okay, so when I say sustainable, it's not about the fabric as it is. Okay, the sustainable manufacturing practices followed to create that fabric.
The entire process, you're
Yeah, entire
saying.
process. Okay, so how is it is affecting the environment, how less your fabric is going to affect the environment, all these parameters really matters. Okay, so I have traveled 8 countries. Okay, 8 countries. I visited a lot of fabric mills, dyeing units. Okay, treatment plants. I went to their treatment plants and see okay how the treatment is happening. Okay, then I went to a lot of apparel manufacturing factories. Okay, what kind of fuel they are using. Okay, how it is affecting the environment.
Hmm.
So we actually we are very clear. Okay, whichever apparel we manufacture from ESG compliant factories only.
Could you tell what is ESG and how are you being compliant in that?
See, it is ESG environment and social is the main parameter which we have to look when we
Hmm.
talk about ESG. Okay,
Okay.
so environment is okay. How environment is getting affected. Okay, because we have to use like man-made fibers for this, to get those performance features added into it. Okay,
And the dyes, what they use.
and the yeah, dice which is used on this. Okay, so we make sure that our apparel meet all these criterias. Okay, so I don't look at, okay, from which country we are sourcing the fabric. I just look whether it is serving the purpose. Okay, so it should make the user comfortable, they should feel happy wearing it, is the criteria what I look at.
So
Okay,
compliance is a huge factor for
a
you.
huge
That's what
factor,
you're
it's a huge factor, yeah.
And the factories
Yeah,
also.
factories, how people work there, the conditions in which they work, all these matters. Okay, are they fairly paid? Okay, do they have proper accommodation given? Are they not torture during working? Is the environment is good? So many parameters are there which we look at. Okay.
And one thing I remember is like when we start search, like when we were searching for factories, okay, the products were good. Like in the showroom, the products were really good, and the prices were actually comparatively it was cheaper. But when we went to the factory, okay, the working conditions were really bad.
Really bad.
So we
So
said
I
no.
see, we don't want our apparel to be manufactured there.
Yeah,
So there is
very simple.
yeah, very
Yeah.
simple. This thing.
No, I
Okay.
think it's a really great philosophy
Yeah.
that you should not be paying the price at the cost of environment
Yeah.
or
Yes.
human labor, right?
Yes,
That's
Yeah.
not
exactly.
the price that should be paid. That's really amazing because I'm sure it is so difficult to maintain that balance,
Yes.
but still you are able to do that.
Yeah.
Without compromising, right? You're not saying cheap mil gaya, let me just get,
No,
you're
no.
not compromising. That's really a very long-term vision, I must say, right? Next one is for you, Neetha.
Yeah.
So tell me about when you made your first design, who you had in mind and who was that person?
Uh, I think that person who was there in my mind, and that person who will be there in my mind will be someone who is always on the go. Okay, so who is just like running in between their work or workouts or travel or like their everyday life or beyond. So it is something like a person and a person who has actually taken fitness as their lifestyle. So that is that is the person who I have thought. That is the person.
I think
Yeah.
the mother will be a good example. A
Yes,
working
yes.
mother will be a good
Yeah.
example of that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they need apparels that perform for a workout, and even they can wear it the whole day. So it should be very comfortable. Okay, that is the first thing or the feeling what a person should get. Okay, and to get that, so there are a lot of small detailings which go into that to get that feeling. Okay, so it's like the fabric or the fit or the stitches, the placement of the seam. So all these add to that point. Okay, and I think that's the main core of or the heart of all the collection. And so I have a tagline in our office, like telling like, if you design something, design so that it feel natural for, like, when you when the person
Effortless.
when the person wear it, you should feel natural and effortless in what you're wearing.
See, natural means, okay, you should feel that, okay, you're not wearing anything.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
that is what natural means. That is natural. No, you know?
Becomes part of your body, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
part of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
I agree with the seams, because
Yeah.
sometimes you wear something and the seam starts hurting.
Yes,
Or
yes.
they create a mark on your skin,
Yes.
right?
So
Yeah.
I'll tell you an example. Okay, a marathon runner. Okay, so imagine how many times, for example, a seam is there at the side. Okay, and imagine like how many times that seam will be rubbing onto your skin,
Against your
against
skin.
your skin, and that causes chafing. Okay, so we make sure that the seams are placed so that it doesn't move at the place. So that's like called as ergonomically placed seams. So we place the seams all according to like which can actually enhance the movement or which doesn't restrict their movement.
I think that's such an important point,
Yes,
and
yes.
I hope people get to know this
Yeah.
because a lot of people just suffer.
Yes.
Chafing happens, they'll put a
Yes.
band-aid and then move on,
Yeah.
right? But this is
The
a
main
very
culprit
important
is
point.
the stitches. So the seams at that
As a
place.
common man, I will not know that, right?
Yeah.
Now that you're describing, it
Yeah.
makes so much sense to me because that is constantly rubbing against your
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah. And even the breathability of the fabric, or it can be the fit or the stretchiness of the fabric. It's all add to that.
Yeah, definitely. So let's say I put on or anybody puts on Jolger product. What you think they will feel in the first 5 minutes?
So anybody first you put on anything, you want your mirror. Your mirror
True.
is somebody who whom you want to take that, I look good, I'm confident. So that is the first thing that we look at, the aesthetic part. And secondly, we want them to feel, now activewear is for performance. So they should do their peak performance. And eventually they should just forget that they are in a dress, and their focus, their goal, that should be what they are aiming to. That should be, and the clothes should slowly fade away.
So it should become the part of them, right? They
Yeah.
shouldn't worry, okay, this is gonna happen, so they can very confidently go out
Just
and
go out, yeah.
proceed with whatever they want to do.
Yeah,
Wow.
and tomorrow maybe they think about a performance wear. It should be Jolger and
Jolger.
done.
Yeah, because most of the feedback what we get from customers is that okay, when they do intense workouts or intense activities, they become more conscious about their apparel. Okay, so that has to go. Actually, they should not like be conscious at all about their apparel. So how we can make that is what we are working on. Keep on
Because I think decision
Yeah.
fatigue is also one thing, when you're going to do something, before, I shouldn't be fatigued by the decision, abhi kaun sa pehnu, kya pehnu, right?
Yeah.
So the Jolger is something, just put on, you are confident, you're going to be comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a very good point, Smita. I'm so glad Jolger is at least trying to do that. Neetu, you mentioned something about, effortless movement now that you're designing this clothing brand. So how do you, how does that actually work? What does effortless mean actually?
I think effortless actually, like you mean like effortless cannot be measured. So
Okay.
it's a feeling. Okay, effortless is a feeling. Okay, so it's a feeling that when you're wearing something, but still you won't feel that you're wearing something. So as Dilip said, like wearing nothing. So that is the
Correct.
feel I want when someone wear jolger.
Hmm.
Okay, so so for example, a person finished his workout. Okay, and he's telling, I didn't think about what I was wearing when I was working out. So I think that's what we are trying to
Trying to.
create at Jolger. So that is the like major like
Our
not
ultimate
yeah,
North
North
Star.
Ah, right,
Yeah.
got it. So it should become your second skin.
Yes,
Basically, that's what you're
yes,
saying. You
yes.
wear, forget, no effort, no decision fatigue. It becomes your second skin. After 3 minutes, you don't even realize that you are into some active wear. You're just ready to go.
Yeah. But there are a lot of detailing which goes
Yeah,
into it, but
correct.
that actually fades away. When you wear it, like you won't notice that you're wearing something.
As a user, I just care, that how I feel.
Yeah.
As founders, you have a lot of
Yes.
things that
We
you
have
take
a lot
care
of
with.
behind the scenes,
Isn't
but
it? Yeah.
but we want you to just feel natural.
I'm sure all these efforts, a lot of people will definitely be noticing, and I'm sure you'll be getting in your feedback. One very important question which I want to ask: what does Jolger mean? What is that? What is it hiding?
So yeah, you take it up.
No, you.
Okay, so we were talking about that effortlessness and everything. So we wanted it to be joy of living. So it's JOL
Oh, wow.
and Jolger. So health is wealth, as we say,
Yeah.
in terms of health. So why do we do everything to live happily,
Happily.
move happily, enjoy life? Everything there is a
Yeah.
movement.
Yes, yes.
Like a
yes.
jolly kind of.
And movement is something that keeps us going, right? Stagnation, it where the
Yeah, it's all about movement.
decay
If
starts.
you look at the whole universe, no, it's movement.
Constantly moving
Yeah,
at the
moving, yeah.
unimaginable speed. That too. Yeah.
And moving and synchronized. Okay, the whole universe. Okay, how big it is, and the whole universe it is moving, and how synchronized it's moving. The same thing should happen to our body also. So it's all movement.
That became more deeper than I would have thought. But three cheers to Jolgar, and I
Thank you
really
so
all the
much.
best to all three of you. I really hope that the brand does well, because you people have put in so much thought and so much effort to create something to make our lives better, right? And I encourage everyone to go and at least give it a try, at least give it a feedback, right? Good, bad, whatever, and help Jolgar become a very well known brand. All the best to you guys.
Thank you so
And
much.
it was so great having you here today.
You too.
You can say thanks to me also.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
You're welcome.
You're really very good host.
Yeah.
I take it a compliment.